Today we're going to take a look at and shoot the Springfield 1911 Mil Spec military specification pistol. These are very good pistols. It's a good design, been around a long time. There's enough documentation out there on the 1911 that you've heard all that stuff before probably. It's a good pistol. On this channel I've showed you the 1911 Range Officer from Springfield, and then the 1911 Range Officer in the Elite version, and so this is just the basic model of that. It does have a match grade barrel, it does not have a beaver tail, does not have a skeletonized hammer, does not have a skeletonized trigger, but it is a very good trigger, very nice trigger. Just a slight bit of take up. Very good trigger. These pistols are a little bit more hands-on as far as maintenance goes. You get a Glock, you run it forever, give it a little oil and run it forever again, which makes two forevers. But at any rate, these 1911s, they need a lot of cleaning, a lot of care, a lot of oiling. Now, that's not to say that they can't get dirty. This is a combat pistol. When you're talking about mil spec, you're talking about something that's suited for combat. Now, this is the Shadow Systems pistol. You've seen it on the channel before. This is what I call a hit squad pistol. This is, you know, a group of guys meet together in their utility room. They get all this gear on, they deploy, they do a job, they come back, they clean up all their gear, take care of all the cuts and scrapes and all this, you know, all the damage that's happened to their equipment. They put it away, they train, they clean it, they put it away, they deploy, they put it away, all their gear, whether it's body armor, gloves, whatever the case might be, it gets cleaned, it gets serviced between every use. A combat pistol goes into combat. It's on the soldier, marine, whatever the case might be. It's on their person day by day. It collects dust, it collects dirt, it collects grime. It gets cleaned once in a while, and dirty or clean, you can usually pick it up, pull the trigger, and it's going to go boom. The more fancy this pistol becomes, the tighter it becomes, the more custom it becomes, the more it's a nicer pistol. It shoots good, it's real smooth operation, but once it gets dirty, you're heading for a jam, you're heading for a drop in serviceability. So when you're talking about a mil spec pistol, you're talking about a combat pistol that's meant for the everyday rigors of being in a combat environment, dirty environment, and still be reliable. So this pistol is not as advanced or customized as a Range Officer Elite. Springfield now has several different pistols, 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 45 caliber. They have several options. Some are highly customized variants of this pistol. Some are less customized, but still, you know, better than when I say better than the standard 1911 mil spec. They are better, but really, it's only depends on what you want. You know, this one right here is in the neighborhood of $650. You can spend, you know, $800–900 and have really what I consider to be only a slightly better pistol. It's better polished. It has a beaver tail on it, and it has polished trigger housing and different things like that. But to me, those pistols are nice to have. I've had a couple of them, but the $200 that you spend extra is usually labor cost and stuff like that. The mechanism itself isn't extremely more high quality. Then I suppose you could get into some things like a Wilson Combat. I can't really speak about a Wilson Combat pistol because I've never had one, never shot one. I wouldn't mind shooting one, but I do mind spending that kind of money. So I've never drug a Wilson Combat through the mud and tried to shoot it. I wouldn't intentionally drag this one through the mud and try to shoot it. I'm just saying that a Mil Spec combat pistol is put together in such a way that that it's not so tight, it's not so customized that it has to be waxed and polished before you shoot it the next time. And again, that may not be the case for every customized pistol, but most of that extra money that you're paying is for the polishing of the mechanisms and different things like that. Now, certainly there are some upgrades that are very advantageous, but a Mil Spec pistol is a Mil Spec pistol because people who make a lot of money to make those decisions has decided that it's the right thing to be carrying in a combat situation. Now this, as a Mil Spec pistol, is again $650, but it's real tight. It's not like you're not gonna rattle it and, you know, rattle out the tune of Dixie with it. It's a solid pistol. It's you know, you go down in price a little bit and get some of the different pistols, which I would like to have, by the way. I would like to have a Rock Island. I would like to have a Taurus just to have it. But when you go down in price from these, that's the sort of things that you get. A looser fit pistol, which is not the end of the world. They're good pistols. $400 a lot of money. $500 a lot of money. They're by no means cheap pistols, but they are a little bit less than what the military has deemed is necessary to engage in combat operations with. So we're going to shoot this today. Might talk about it a little bit afterwards. We might and we might not. But at any rate, we'll shoot this and see how it does. I just got it out of the box, and I use the word box lightly because this is what it comes in. Now I bought a lot of Springfield Armory pistols in my day. I really like sticking with them because I'm familiar with them. But this is what it comes with. Of course, there was a sticker in here. There was a lock, of course, and there was a little bit of paperwork, a warranty registration, but that's it. It came with one magazine, which was this one, and it is I can't even remember how many I loaded in there. It was a 7-round magazine, I believe. It could be an 8, but I just can't remember right now. But this one I bought extra. This is the Chip McCormick Custom, and it is a 8-round magazine. I bought this at a local Shooter's Choice. $30-some for that. That gets expensive. I think maybe it should have came with an extra magazine. And we'll be shooting federal ammunition today. Finally was able to get some federal ammunition close by without having to drive 45 minutes. Ammunition prices are starting to come back down. It got to the place where it was about $100 for 100 rounds. I'm not paying that. I'll suffer the, I'm 50 years old. I can take a few months off of practice. But now that the prices have come back down, I try to get back in shape as far as shooting goes. And but I just couldn't pay $100 for 100 rounds of 9mm. Couldn't do it, won't do it. And so I've got some ammunition saved, of course, just in case, but just for shooting rounds down range. $1 a round for 9mm was not my cup of tea. So we're going to shoot this 1911 a little bit and see what she'll do, which I'm pretty confident that it's going to do. I'm pretty confident that it's going to do very well because I've had a lot of experience shooting these Springfield Armory pistols. They always do a good job. First time I ever shot a 1911 was in boot camp, Marine Corps boot camp at Parris Island, 1989. First time I ever fired a 1911 pistol. We didn't get to shoot it much, but we did get to shoot it in basic training. Just a familiarization exercise, and it didn't last long enough, but as soon as I could, after I was able to do it, I bought myself a Springfield 1911, and in one shape or another, one version or another, whether it was a range officer or a mil spec, I've had one of these things on and off for a long period of time. So we'll just shoot these. We'll shoot this today and see how it does. Probably require a pretty good break-in period. 45. It's a big round. It's popping off. Probably have a little break-in period before it becomes what we call smooth as butter. So I expect to have a stovepipe or something like that in the first couple of 100 rounds. But from what I know about the pistol, it won't be very bad at all. These things, this particular pistol has the regular, just a 3-dot regular combat sights. Again, it has the match grade barrel. One thing I don't like about these is this, in military applications, they don't ever want you to have anything shiny. So the next time this pistol shows up out here on the range, we'll do something about this shiny "here I am" beacon that's sitting out here on the front of the weapon. But it's not a big deal. I don't expect to ever fire this thing in anger. Hope I never have to. Not looking to have to do something like that. But if you're talking about military applications, though, it's a mil spec pistol. They don't usually like to have shiny things sticking out there. Still got a little flinch, even though they're hits. Got a little flinch going on. That's good if you're going to shoot with the purpose to keep at it. Costs a lot for ammo and stuff like that, but it gets rusty. Skills are perishable. Same thing I did last time. Missed in the transition.